Welcome. It's Facts You Don't Know. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more, well, and first make sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything.
Camila Armando was a beautiful woman who lived a very happy life in the 1980s. She had an ideal husband who worked for the National Police in Peru, with whom she had a son named Diego. There were confrontations between the ruling regime in the country and the revolutionary forces that wanted to overthrow the government at that time, which made the Peruvian army recruit her husband Giovanni. Camila remained very sad about leaving her husband, whom she loved so much, and every day she'd sit at the door of the house and wait for his return. After several months, news spread in the village where Camila lives, saying that a group of soldiers who joined the National Army had been killed in the war, including the husband Giovanni, which made Camila very shocked, and she stayed collapsed for days. She tried to overcome that trauma and start a new life with her child, Diego. Camila worked in a shop in the city next to the village where she lives. Although many of the village youths tried to woo Camila and ask for marriage, she was still a very young and beautiful woman, but she refused. She told everyone that she had a feeling that her husband would come back one day, which made people laugh at her and describe her as a crazy woman. Camila knew that her husband would not return, but she hoped that. She cannot imagine her life with another man than Giovanni, whom she loved so much. Diego had grown up and enrolled in high school, and he also worked and helped his mother cover the household expenses. Camila's relatives were urging her to start a new life with another man, because she was getting old, but she refused to marry. One day, Diego came home in the evening, and there he found his mother lying on the floor, where she was suffering from a health problem, which made him take her to the hospital where she was taken care of there. It turns out that a woman's thinking about her husband all the time greatly affected her health, and she collapsed and lost consciousness. When Diego noticed that his mother's condition had improved a little, he helped her to eat and then gave her medicine and went to sleep, because he was very tired after a hard day spent with his mother in the hospital. Late at night, a military truck carrying a number of soldiers approached Camila's house, and there a man jumped from the truck and headed to the house and knocked on the door. When Diego heard a knock on the door, he got up immediately and opened the door, and there he saw a man in military uniform in a deplorable state. And when he asked him who he was, the man embraced him and told him that he was his father, Giovanni. The boy didn't understand what was happening and was completely shocked and unable to speak. But when he heard his father repeat the phrase, "I am not dead," he realized that this man was indeed his father. He immediately went looking for his wife, and when he saw her lying in bed, he hugged her. Camila wasn't shocked after her husband embraced her, but he hugged her quietly. Then she whispered and told him that she was sure that he would come back one day and hug her before she died. Meanwhile, Diego was watching the scene with tears in his eyes, while these spouses hugged each other for a long time without speaking. And suddenly, Camila stopped moving completely and also stopped breathing, as Camila died in his arms. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.